Now I will show you how to integrate the PayPal with my Laravel application. I am going to install the latest Laravel, so I am going to the Laravel documentation. So go to Google and search by Laravel documentation, and this one is the latest Laravel, that means Laravel 10. So you see the version 10 is automatic selected. So I am going to the installation section, and in the installation you will see that in the bottom create a Laravel project. So I am going to copy this one. Where I will create the Laravel project, I will create it in my desktop. So I am going to open my terminal and I am going to select my desktop, and in my desktop then I am going to paste the code that I copied. So here composer create Laravel, and here I am going to change. For example, I am going to give the name that is a PayPal. So the PayPal folder is going to be created in my desktop. Yes, so you see there is a PayPal that is created here. So this is the newly created Laravel that I just have created. After that, it is telling me to use this code. That means I will have to enter into the PayPal folder. So cd PayPal. So I am now into the PayPal folder, and so I am going to run my application. So php artisan serve. So a temporary server has been started. So I am going to copy this one, and here I am going to paste it. So you see my Laravel is installed and is working perfectly, and this is the home page. So this is very perfect. Now instead of showing this page as a welcome, I am going to change the code. I am going to open my VS Code editor, and I am going to open the PayPal into my VS Code editor. Okay, so here there is a .env file, and if you want you can create database name, other things. I am going to do that after some times. The first thing I am going to do is I am going to resources folder, views folder, and then there is a welcome.blade.php. I am going to remove everything from here because I will write the code from scratch here. That is, for example, where there is a document, here I am going to write Laravel PayPal integration. So this is just for an example, and here I am going to show a product, that is product name is, for example, laptop. Another one is product price. So I am going to give here the product price. So here price is, for example, $5. This is just for example, you can put any item here. And after that I am going to create a form that is in the Laravel. So CSRF token I am going to use, and here I am going to give a hidden item. So one will be amount, or you can give here the price here, that is like this, and another one I will put here, that is the product name. So here this is, for example, product name. The auto suggestion is coming because I am using the GitHub Copilot, so auto suggestion is coming here. Now here I can give here a quantity. For example, here the product quantity is, for example, 1, and then I am going to create a button here. The button type equal to, for example, submit. So here I am going to give the submit, and here I can make a button pay with PayPal. This is my button. So okay, perfect. So how it looks like, if I want to check it, I am going to refresh this one. You see the product is laptop, the price is $5, and pay with PayPal. So this is the first step I put here. If you want, you can create a route here. So here I am going to create a route, that is PayPal route. Okay, so when a person will click on the PayPal, then what will be happen? He will be taken to the route, that is PayPal route, where normally route is, that is into the routes folder, web route. So I am going to remove all the codes that are given here. So this is the route. So first one is welcome route. I am not going to change the welcome route from here because this is important to use, so I am not going to change it. Only the thing what I will have to apply here, that is the newly created route. I am going to create a new route that's name I am going to give, that is PayPal. Okay, so this will be PayPal, and then I will have to create a PayPal controller, for example, then class, and then I will create a PayPal function here, and there will be a name that is, for example, PayPal. So this is a post out, because when a person will submit this form, it will come actually here, and the PayPal controller will be called, and the PayPal controller I will put into here, that is app HTTP controllers. Here I will create it. I still did not create it, but I will create it into this location. Okay, so another two item I will have to use here, that is get route, and in the get route I will create a success, and this will be PayPal controller class success and name equal to success. And similarly I will use another one, that is PayPal controller cancel method, and their name route will be cancel and the get is cancel. So all the three items that will be needed into the web.php I already have written here. So the next step, how I will integrate it. So as my next step, I can create a controller here. Okay, so I am going to create a controller in my system, that is PHP artisan make controller, and then PayPal controller. So into the app HTTP controllers, you will see there is a PayPal controller, it comes. Okay, so here I will have to write three functions. One will be public, then function, then PayPal, and request is okay, but this is not correct. So this one, so this is a function I will need, so I just put the code here. Another two functions that I will need, one is success, so here I just give something like success, this will be success, and another one I will have to write here, that is cancel method or cancel function. Okay, so one is PayPal, another one is success, another one is cancel. Now what I will do, I will now install a package. In order to implement the PayPal in your application, you can use any package, so I will use a package here. The package name I will use, that is srmk PayPal. If I search by this, you will see this one. This is a package, a Laravel package for the PayPal integration. So srmk live Laravel PayPal, that's good. Here everything is given, how to integrate the package. So I am straight going to the documentation. This is a very good instruction is given here very nicely. So I am going here, the installation is here. I am going to use the Laravel version 10, though you see here for Laravel 6, 7 and 8, but it will also work for the Laravel 9 or 10. There is no problem at all. So I am just going to copy this one. Okay, I will now install this package. So I am just going to copy this one, and I am going to here in my terminal, and here I am going to paste it, enter. The package is going to be installed. Okay, so it is installed. So now the next step is publish assets. So I am going to copy this one, and I am going to again run this command, enter. The asset is published successfully. Okay, there is a configuration you see here. This is also very important. The configuration where I will have to use, I am just going first to copy this one, and they are telling me they are telling me to use this into the .env file. So I am going to open my .env file, and I am going to the bottom. In the bottom I am going to paste it. Remember that I am going to use a sandbox, so here just put the sandbox. When you will make your website live, when the sandbox will work, and you are going to move this item in as your real application, and you will really buy something or sell something, then you will have to use the live here. But as I will test using the sandbox, so here PayPal mode will be sandbox, and sandbox client ID and secret ID I will have to put here, and live ID actually not needed. When I will work with the live, then I will have to use this, but for the sandbox I will have to put the information here. One is client ID and another one is client secret. These two items where I will get here, that is, this is my client ID. I am going to copy this. I created this app, CWA test app, into the PayPal developer account. So I am going to put that on here, that is client ID, and another one that was here, that is, you can also copy to clipboard. Okay, you can also see here and then copy to clipboard, and here I am going to paste it into the client secret here. Okay, so this setup is done, and if you go to the config, you will see there is a PayPal.php has been created. So actually the main configuration is given here, and you see in the env file you have PayPal mode, this variable, PayPal sandbox client ID, all are actually used here. env file, PayPal sandbox client ID, client secret, etc. are actually used here. So that is okay, no issue at all. So now what I will do, I am going back to the documentation, and in the documentation they also tell me what is there. So this is the PayPal.php in the config, they already tell me everything here. Okay, so how I will use this item? In order to use this item, I am going to do another one, that is here, database connection. I am going to check here. I will create a database, that is PayPal. Okay, and password will be root, because my local server password is root. In your case it can be root or it can be empty. So if empty, you do not need to give anything in the DB password, but in my case it is root, so I put here the root, and the database I will create later, that is PayPal. I just give it here, no problem. So now let's go here, the uses initialization. So this is the main thing I will have to start to use here. So in order to use this one, that means in order to use this item, I will have to copy the first line, and they tell me import the class namespace first before using it directly. Okay, so actually where I can use it, I created a controller, that is PayPal. So PayPal controller, and in the PayPal controller there was a request, and immediately after that I can put it here. So this is the first step. Okay, and in the function you see there is a public function PayPal. That means when someone will click on the pay with PayPal button, it actually will go to the web.php here. Then in the PayPal controller, the PayPal method will be called. So in the PayPal controllers, this PayPal method will be now called. So when a button will be clicked, this function will be called, right? So here I will have to write all the important codes. Here you see they tell me provider equal to new PayPal client. So I am going to copy it, and I am going to paste it here into the top of my PayPal function. And after that you see they tell me provider equal to PayPal set provider through facet, no need to import namespace, override configuration. They tell me I can override the configuration. So in order to override the configuration, what I can do, that is provider save API credentials config. So I am actually just going to copy that like this, but here instead of config I will have to call all the data, that is config PayPal. Config PayPal means it will actually search into the config folder, and then it will search for the PayPal.php file. So that means if I use config PayPal here, this file will be actually called, that is PayPal.php. So all the configuration will automatically come here. So I just use here the config of PayPal. So this is the second step, right? Now I am going to check what others are there. You see there is a change currency, but actually I am not going to use this. Get access token, this is very important. You see after setting the PayPal API configuration, you need to get access token before performing any API call. I will just call the API, but before that I must have to use that they tell me. So I am just going to copy this. This is provider of get access token. So this one I am just going to call immediately after that. And this thing I can call into variable, that is PayPal token. I just call a variable and put the access token into this variable. Okay, now my task is to create the order. In the left side there are many items here. If I go to the orders, you see there is a create orders. This create order is important for me. I just click here, it takes me to this case. Okay, so here you see the provider of create order, then this data will come, that means this code, right? So I just call this one now. So here provider access token, after that I will just create like this. So this is provider of create order. The data I will straight call here. Okay, so what will be my data? You see these items are given here, so I just copy these items from here, and in my case I am just going to paste, but the code format they gave you is a JSON format, so I will have to convert this format into the PHP. So where there is a colon, I am going to use my PHP symbol. Okay, so like this I am going to use where there is a colon. So this is one thing. Actually there is purchase unit amount, okay, there is no problem. Where there is a curly brace, I will have to use the bracket. So that means this way. So purchase unit will be like this, and here the units, this will also be like this. So intent equal to capture, and purchase unit is this one, or where there is the amount is not curly brace, this will be a bracket. Okay, so like this. So purchase units will be amount, the amount will be currency code USD, that is okay, no problem. The value is whose data I am passing from here. I am going to pay $5, so I, using the input hidden field, I am going to pass the 5 using this price variable. So it will come actually here. So this will be request of price. Okay, so this is the value. Okay, another one item here I will need, that is important, that is return URL. So I am going here, I am going to search, that is return URL. So where I get it here, this is into where, let's check it, create partner referral, no, not here. I am going to get where subscription. Okay, so in the create subscription you see there are return URL and cancel URL, but these two items can be used under the application context. Okay, so I am going to copy this, and like the intent and purchase units, I am going to paste it here, that is application context, and here I am going to use that will return URL, and another one will be cancel URL, and I am going to remove all other items. So return URL is route success, yes, this is okay, and cancel URL is route cancel. Why route success? Because I have already a route defined. Where defined? Web.php, you see already a route defined, that is success and cancel. So name route. So as I defined it, success and cancel name route, so here I can call using the route success and route cancel. And all the things provider create, here I am going to use a response. So response equal to this one, and after everything is done, here I am going to check what is actually coming using the PayPal response. So if I now try to run the response, what will come, actually the data is perfect or not, I can check. So I am going here, going to my form now, refresh, click on pay with PayPal. yes, it is returning something. Okay, so status equal to created, you see, and there is a ID and there are some links. If I open the links, what are the links? There are total 4 links. One is, you see, all rel equal to, the first one is self, then approve, then update, and then capture. And for all the links, the main URL is given. In my case, I will actually check if the payment is approved or not, right? And if there is anything in the response ID or not. If you give a wrong information or if you give the wrong API credentials, then the ID will not be get. So I will check if the real ID I get or not. Then I will get run a loop, that is the links, and from here I will check where there is approve. If I get the approve, then I will get the href. So the return URL, when this initial will be approved, then I will pass the user to the external URL, that means the PayPal URL. So my application will go, actually will take the user to the PayPal page, and from the PayPal page user will pay, and then it will come back to my page again, but I will have to send the user to the PayPal page. So it is the first thing. So the approve status is very important, and now I will check it. First I will check if there is any ID or not, because after making it validated from my page, I will send him to the PayPal page. If in my case or in my page it is not validated, then I will never send the user to the PayPal. Okay, so this is my first step. So the DD response, here I am going to use the to write the next task. So the response is actually my variable. So I am going to check if the response ID exists. That means if is set the response ID, and I will check if the response ID, that means response ID equal to not null. That means if any data is there, so not null. So if there is any existence of the response ID and then this response ID is not null, then I will check all the links. You know, here I have the response of links. So I will use a for each loop here for the response of links here as the single link. So each link I will get from here. The GitHub Autopilot is going to make a suggestion to me, so I can use the suggestion. So it tells me if the link rel equal approve, you can use the triple equal to exact match. Okay, so then return redirect. If everything is okay, then not like this, I can use redirect away. So in the redirect away, I can use the link of href. Link of href means this one. Here I will put the user, send the user. Okay, where the rel equal to approve. So that thing I am going to check. So if I send him to the PayPal, after working in PayPal, after getting paid from PayPal, if there is any success, I will receive it to the success. So here also it will be actually a request. So request I will receive here, and here I will check if the real payment is happened in the PayPal. If the real payment is happened in the PayPal, then I will put the user information to the database or the payment information to the database. So this is very easy. So pay with PayPal, I am going to click here. You see it will now take you to the PayPal page because my request is validated. Yes, PayPal checkout page, I come here, and the amount you see this person is going to pay, that is $5. So click here, continue to review order. The payment will be done. You see the success has been happened and the payment is actually done. So here if link is approved, everything is done, then okay. And after the success, if everything comes, then I will have to pass it to the previous page, and if there is no response found, here I can put a redirect route, that is cancel. so it is redirection is okay. Then after the payment, when the payment is done, it will actually come back to the success but I did not put anything here. So I am going to check what is actually coming in the request. Okay, so let's do that again. I am going back, I am going to refresh it, click on PayPal, continue to review the order. Yes, you see that the request success token is this one, format is this. I am going to use the provider equal to PayPal client here like this first before coming to the request. Then provider equal to set API credentials config PayPal. This is also needed with the token. I paste it here, and then the response equal to provider capture payment I will need. So here I am going to here the capture payment order. Automatically it comes from my GitHub Copilot. You see, if I go to the top, you see there is a token, right? So from this request token I will have to get the response, so I will use the request token here. So here DD request should work now. Now I am going to use the request token is okay. Now response, so it is actually response. Okay, so I am now going to here. You see the capture payment order actually is given here, capture payment for order. So I am going to use the capture payment order. So here I use that. This is the response, and I am going to check the response. So I am going back to the form again, pay with PayPal, click here, and after clicking here I am going to continue to the review order. Okay, you see the ID comes, the status is completed. So if a payment is completed, the status will be automatically completed. And payment source, if you go here, there will be some payment source. If you want to take the if you want to know about the payer, you will see that there is a payer information, name, email address, who paid, his address, etc. You can see here. Also the links are given here, and here another one is that is purchase units. So this is the purchase units, that is shipping, the name, also the address, also the payments, captures, and into here you will see all other information. If you refresh it again, you will not be able to see this information, error, because this token will only work for the one time. This is for the security. Okay, so let's do it again. Pay with PayPal. It logged me out, so I give again the information, continue to review order. Okay, so the ID, status, etc. are again coming here. If I now go to the personal account, sandbox PayPal personal account, I am going there again login. Okay, so if I go here, you will see, so each time it is taken the $5 from my account. So 9 and 80, this one is now available balance here.